morning, my neighbors. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday, May 19th. I got a big show today, guys, all about school boards, and we're gonna have to have a hard chat today about the school board races here on Long Island. First, I do want to give a big congratulations to everybody out there who won. Obviously, you guys saw we were able to take the majorities in Smithtown. I want to give a big shout out to Jackie DiLorenzo in Connecticut. She is one of the biggest savages on Long Island. I'm so proud to call her a friend. There were wins all over the place. Cold Spring Harbor won. Lloyd Harbor won. David Carl in East Meadow. Obviously, you guys know that there was a bit of a controversy in East Meadow after the Project Veritas video. So David Carl is a member of the Nassau County Young Republicans. Congratulations on him winning. Guys, there were big wins everywhere. There were big wins everywhere, and I'm super excited about it. We're gonna dive into a Newsday article that talks about it. That is just such complete and utter crap. It's actually almost mind blowing that Nick Spangler decided to write this crap. But particularly after spending 20 minutes on the phone with me and not putting in a single word that I said, because it went against the Democratic narrative. It went against the Democratic narrative. It's so interesting to me how I'm sorry, not Nick Spangler, Craig Schneider. Sorry about that. Sorry, Nick. You actually don't suck. It's shocking. It's shocking. The title that Newsday actually dropped in to help out the teachers union. But before we get started, guys, make sure you hit that like button if you're watching on Facebook. Do share the video out. This is going to be important for everybody to see. So, guys, if you wouldn't mind sharing the video into all of your community groups so that we can really dive into what we need to do to take back these schools, so we can dive in to what has to happen here. And I'm going to show you guys proof that you don't need big organizations. You don't need a whole lot of money. You don't need really anything. All you need is ground game strategy and enough will to win, okay? There's a lot of people out there. I'll get to that in a minute. If you're on Rumble, hit that Rumble button. Make sure you guys are following the page. We are just under 3,000 on Rumble. I'm super excited about that. So please do hit that follow button if you're new to the page. Hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment below in case I leave anybody out. I'm sure I'm going to. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of keyboard warriors out there, okay? There's a lot of people, and look, people who I'm about to mention, I'm not going to say any names. I'm not going to describe them as I usually do. But there's a lot of people out there who will know exactly who I'm talking about here. A lot of people think that if you, run a Facebook group, that automatically translates into votes. It just doesn't. It just simply does not. It's about ground game. It's about strategy. It's about doing the right thing. There's a reason why I didn't talk about it a lot. I didn't really talk about school boards this year. And I want to be clear. To the little bit that I did help in some of these races, it was minimal. I can't anymore. As I told Craig Schneider from Newsday, I can't come out and endorse a candidate publicly. Because crazy people, ignorant people, poor writers will hurt those people. So I got to do things behind the scenes. And I've got proof that you don't need giant organizations like the Loud Majority to support you. I've got proof of that. So I do want to give a big shout out to all the winners who proved that, you know what, if you want to make change, you got to be the change. And look, not everybody's going to win every time. It's just the name of the game. So you run again. And you run again. And you run again, and you never stop campaigning. You do it all day long. You learn from your losses. You learn a hell of a lot more from losing than you do from winning. I can promise you that. Spending my life playing sports, anyone will tell you that. However, I do want to dive into this Newsday article because it is an utter calamity what they decided to go with here. Let me pull this up real quick. The lack of The lack of self-awareness in this article. School elections show the power of teachers' unions, observers say. Well, let me tell you guys something. That is complete and utter crap. That is complete and utter crap. Kathy, I'm going to get to why that happened in a minute. And it has to do with this Newsday article. Let's dive right into this because I think it's so incredibly important what these teachers unions are trying to claim. Long Island School Boards on Tuesday represented a return to a sense of normalcy, local election observers say, where the majority of the wins went to incumbents and candidates endorsed by local teachers unions after quiet campaigns. Those unions, long a powerhouse in these elections, saw victories in 66 out of the 80 candidates that they endorsed on Long Island for an 82.5% victory rate. 66 out of 80. Now, why does this matter? Did we lose a lot? No, we didn't. Did the parents who ran to give a voice to the actual parents, the patriot parents, the people who don't want the sexualization of your children? First off, I want to be clear about something, okay? Let's say that was a real number, 66 out of 80. It's not, which we'll get to in a moment. Let's say that was a real number. I'd count that as a win. Moms and dads, Little League coaches, Boy Scout leaders, going up against the New York State Teachers Union, was able to peel off 13%. I'll take that every year, baby. I'll take that every single year. However, I do want to jump to this interesting little nugget. I've got all the results here. So the teachers union wants to claim that they won 66 out of their 80 races. Okay, let's dive into the numbers here. A simple control find on this spreadsheet that has all of the winners and losers on it. As you will see, 62 of their 60, well, I'd say 62 in 62 school districts, the incumbents ran unopposed. So the majority of the win, there we go, unopposed, in Amagansett, in Baldwin, in Bayshore, Blue Point, Belmore, Bethpage, Bridgehampton, Seneca-Riches, Comac, Comswag, Copeg. We can go down East Islip, Deer Park. We can go down the list. Hell, they ran unopposed in Fire Island. I didn't even know Fire Island had a school district. Franklin Square, Glen Cove, Bayhampton, Hopog. Boom, boom, boom. Let's keep Islip. Giant School District. Kings Park ran unopposed. Of course, that was after, their principal decided to tamper with the voting base last year. Don't think I forgot about that. Haha, let's have some fun. Massapequa, they ran unopposed, which is fine because they're all on our side anyway. Merrick ran unopposed. Mineola, Montauk, New Hyde Park, Garden City, North Belmore, North Merrick, all ran on Oceanside. We can keep going down the list. So the teachers union wants to claim credit for wins where they didn't have an opponent. And they're going to count that as a victory. What does that tell me? That tells me that wherever you live on Long Island, if you want to be on your local school board, you can do so. It doesn't matter if the unions are against you. Sure, that'll make it harder. But if you want to do it, you can do it. And I got news for you guys. Posting on social media doesn't translate into votes. I'm sorry. Knocking on doors does. In Smithtown, we had a wide-ranging operation with one of the best campaign managers in the business. Heading up that campaign, Jen Lucard, an absolute savage. Wouldn't take no for an answer. Ran 3 candidates, won 2 of them. Now there's a majority on the school board. Now, parents are back in charge in Smithtown. Parents will decide. And I mean parents that fight for parents. not do the bidding of the Democratic Party, not do the bidding of the teachers union. Parents who represent parents will now be the ones providing tenure to teachers in the town of Smithtown. This will have long-ranging effects. And I couldn't be more proud to be a new Smithtown resident. I can't wait to speak at their next board meeting. If you want to win, you can do it. Of course, you're going to go up against big challenges. Of course, the local Democratic Party was out campaigning for candidates. They were the only party out there doing it. Shocker. As a matter of fact, in Smithtown, I don't know if you guys read this article or not, there was a story from multiple people that said that the Democratic Party was knocking on doors for school board candidates, telling parents that their candidates were the conservatives. How funny is that? So not only was the Democratic Party going out and campaigning for their candidates, but they were also lying about it, and they still lost because of a good ground game and a good strategy. Keeping things under the radar. Not assuming that posting in Facebook groups or having clout because you used to be important will translate into actual votes. Not relying on the endorsements of your local elected officials to translate into votes. You can do it if I cannot tell you how many people, and it's funny too, it's from people that think they're important when really they're just being used by someone who will never love them. I can't tell you how many people I saw on Facebook talking about how, oh, my school board candidate lost. And I want to be like, how many doors did you knock on? How many flyers did you put out? How many door hangers did you put off? How many local businesses did you put up signs in? How much money did you donate? What did you do? You didn't do anything. I'm going to prove to you, you don't need you. Janet, you got that right. You beat me to the next story. I'm going to prove to you that you don't need the organization, the backing of giant organizations like your useless party, who will never come to your defense. Like, you don't need national organizations to pretend to support you. There's a kid in West Islip, 18 years old, still in high school, won a spot on his school board. And I want to be clear, I really don't, I got to tell you, I don't know a lot about this kid. I don't know if he's a conservative or a Republican or a radical leftist. I don't know if he's some sort of weird, non-binary, pansexual leprechaun. Here's what I do know. I know that he's an A student. He's an Eagle Scout. He's 18 years old and runs his own landscaping business. And he just won a spot on his school board, all while attending high school. So do me a favor. Do me a favor. I don't have enough time. I'm too busy. Are you kidding me? This kid is 18 years old. Spends 8 hours of his day being indoctrinated by idiots in his school, and he was able to win. You don't have enough time? You got work? So does he. He's got work on top of schoolwork, on top of his extracurriculars, and he won as a write-in candidate. After a historic vote on Long Island, an 18-year-old high school senior is now one of the newest members of the West Islip School Board. Quinn Bedell was a write-in candidate for one of the 3 open slots. He said he was inspired to run by his former 6th grade teacher, who is also a school board member and died last year. At my friend's funeral, the idea was put up in place, and it kind of stuck with me. I just think there's no better time than the present, Bedell said. I got news for you. I want to be clear. Bedell is the student president of the... Bedell is also the student president of the Teachers Student Association Board, an Eagle Scout, and a small business owner. I run my own landscaping company. I have 65 clients, and I employ West Islip teens from our school. I like to beautify our community. Who is this kid? You are the model of what we should be making our teenagers into. He plans to attend SUNY Farmingdale in the fall, but his path through high school was marked with learning obstacles. He's in the special ed program, and he was diagnosed with dyslexia in 10th grade. So the special education program is something near and dear to my heart. Of course, it's so funny. Eyewitness News. 18-year-old wins his school board race, and this is the length of the article you write? This is the length of the article? Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Rachel's Red Pill. I've been on the Board of Education for a year and a half, and we need help out here. We need amazing candidates. Rachel, I know you're watching on YouTube, but if you can please shoot me a message. Let me put this in the chat, my email. Send me a message, and we will see what we can do for you. There's my email. I don't know where you are, or I don't know where you are. But yeah, so don't tell me. Andrea, the Democratic voting card thing was a mistake by the vendors who send out the stuff. Nobody's voter registration got changed. Bruce Blakeman put out a statement about that. Also, I've got a big announcement coming from Bruce Blakeman about the Daniel Penny case. Daniel Penny, obviously the Marine who saved the lives of everyone on the subway when a raging, insane, homeless, vagrant junkie threatened to kill all of them, and then Fat Alvin Bragg decided to throw him in jail. Decided to charge him with manslaughter. Big news coming out about that, about Bruce Blakeman. Probably on Monday. Stay tuned for that. I'm waiting for a little bit more details. So I want to talk about this. Look, as I said, there were big wins all over Long Island, and I'm damn proud to call each and every one of you a friend. Damn proud. A lot of people, look, some people didn't win. And that's okay. And that's absolutely okay. Because we're going against the machine here. We're going against a giant bureaucratic machine that has an unlimited supply of money. But you take a look at someone like David Carl. He's a member of the Nassau County Young Republicans. If you're under the age of 40, join up with them. I'm sure he got some help from them. I don't know if he did. Maybe not. I would tell you to join the Suffolk County chapter of the Young Republicans, but then, you will fade away into obscurity. And also, when Ted Cruz comes to town, you'll protest them. That's why I go all the way into New York City to join the Young Republicans. They actually get shit done over there. Actually getting shit done. But the school board, look, I want to be clear. The Democratic Party was out in full force. So the people who won, Newsday wants to say that 7% of challengers won. Okay. The great majority of incumbents seeking re-election were victorious, indicating a level of stability on our local school board, said Bob Vecchio, the executive director of the Nassau Suffolk School Board Association. About 7% of challengers to the incumbents won, he added. In those areas where a challenger to an incumbent was successful, it was due to local grassroots issues such as a dynamic candidate or a local issue, not widespread divisiveness. Well, that's false, but whatever. I'm sure these people wouldn't have run in East Meadow if Project Veritas hadn't released the fact that one of your deans of students was lying to all your teachers. That's why it's so important. Guys, go to O'Keefe Media Group. James O'Keefe will send you a camera that you can wear in your schools. It is time that we all begin to do the work. What can you do? Don't ask what somebody else is going to do. Because there's a lot of people on social media, a lot of people in these Facebook groups who want to pretend to be lions until it's time to hunt. Then they're nowhere to be found. Then they're in this for the social aspect of it instead of the work aspect of it, okay? When Scott Pressler goes out and registers voters in every swing state all over the country, he doesn't go on Facebook and let you know every single voter he registers, okay? He waits till he's done in a state because that's what lions do. Scott Pressler is a champ. You want to run for your local school board, you have to start campaigning today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not after breakfast, now. Because the people who won, that's what they did. That's what they did. Reach out to me and I'll give you as much help as I possibly can. But it's very difficult when you get lied to about in the press. As I told Craig Schneider when he called me the other day. I told him, he's like, why didn't you send me your list of school board endorsements? And I said, because you're going to lie about them in the newspaper. So much so that, this is really funny. In Ronkonkoma, there's a civic association, okay? I don't even know what the hell it even does. The leader of that civic association was labeled an extremist by our local newspaper, Newsday, because the leader of that civic association, whom I have never met, has a daughter who once liked one of my Facebook posts. And that is what Newsday will consider extremism. The girl who wrote that went to the same journalism school as I did. Funny, I must have missed that day of class. Funny, I know the people that taught her. They taught me too. I guess their lessons didn't stick. Or I'm a free thinker and I realize that, you know what, maybe, just maybe, that's not the best way. Just maybe that's not the best way to advance your journalistic credentials. Just a thought. But hey, what do I know? I'm just an extremist over here, according to the newspaper. I can't wait for them. I can't wait for the idiots to cut that out of context. Which I'm sure that they will. Guys, I do want to get into whatever happened to those teachers on the Veritas video. Well, we're waiting to find out. We'll get more information. Obviously, we will. We now have someone in on the East Meadow School Board, and we will be able to find out what happened there. They should have been fired. They probably weren't, because it cost $2 million to fire a bad teacher or administrator in this state. Why? Because the teachers' unions have the schools by the balls. I say it all the time. Okay, look. When you're in a union, the union's job is to advocate for their members against the entity that they work for. That's what a union does, okay? Whether it's the carpenters union advocating for their people against the company to make sure for fair wages, or to make sure they're getting their overtime pay. If you work at a supermarket, you're in a union. They advocate for you against Stop and Shop or Wallbaum's or Key Food or whatever it is. So, who do the teachers' unions advocate for their members against? The schools? The parents? The taxpayer? The children? Pick one. Pick one. These people are insidious, and they don't care about anything but themselves. Need any more proof of that? Just watch Randy Weingarten. Randy Weingarten, the head of the United Federation of Teachers, who went into Congress and said, oh no, we wanted to get the kids back to school. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Why? Because your members wanted to stay home and teach English in their pajamas. They got paid the same. They didn't have to leave the house. The only people that suffered were your children. And now Newsday actually wants to write a sentence like, a great majority of incumbents seeking re-election were victorious, indicating a level of stability on the school boards. Yeah, well, guess what? What you call stable, I call destructive. It's amazing that Democrats can sit there and want to impose term limits in Congress, right? Because we should have a good cycle of people going through the Congress, going through the Senate. Local officials shouldn't be allowed to be in power for 2,000 years, as some people on Long Island have been. But when the school boards have no turnover, that's called stability. These people want to destroy your children. And that's why look, as I said, about this 18-year-old Quinn Bedell, I don't know anything about this kid. I don't know if he's a radical leftist. I don't know if he loves Bernie Sanders. Something tells me Something tells me that being a small business owner here on Long Island, he's probably not a democratic socialist because, he works for himself. He's built, if anyone knows this kid, I'm going to reach out to him today, but if anybody knows this kid, I would love to talk to him. I would love to talk to him about what his parents taught him that so many parents today choose not to. That my parents chose not to. I didn't have a business when I was 18. Are you kidding me? He employs kids in his own high school while becoming an Eagle Scout, while being an A student, and while attending school. How many hours is in this kid's day? And I would love to talk to him about that. Love to talk to him about it. I'm going to reach out as soon as this show is over. Guys, before we dive into the immigration issue here on Long Island, because Kathy Hochul hates immigrants and hates you, and it's important to know how much she hates immigrants and hates you if she thinks she's going to go through with this nonsense proposal to put them at the Kings Park Psych Center. A quick word from the great Mike Lindell.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets, sleepwear, dog bed.
Whoa, Charles. Everyone now can get MyPillow products at huge discounts at MyPillow.com. That's right. Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our 3-in-1 sale. We're bringing you exciting new products, overstock specials, and closeout deals you won't find anywhere else. For example, when you buy one of our brand new MyPillow 2.0s, you get another one absolutely free. And with our overstock sale, you save 50% on our luxurious Giza Dream bed sheets. That's as low as $29.99 for the best sheets ever. And with our biggest closeout special, you get our all-season slippers for only $35. Or our sandals and slides for just $25. Quantities are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Guys, please do support the people who support this show. Go to MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. That's MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. Pick up your Giza Dream Sheets, your MyPillow 2.0 with temperature-regulated thread. It's buy one, get one free right now. Or if you have a crazy-ass dog like I do, you can pick up the MyPillow dog bed because it is the only thing that keeps this wild man from running all over the house. It's his amazing MyPillow dog bed. So go to MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD for up to 80% off everything on the website. Once again, that's MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD for their Memorial Day sale. Thank you to the great Mike Lindell. Also, guys, once again, hit that thumbs up button. If you're watching on Rumble, or it could be the plus sign, could be a boxing symbol. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button. If you're on YouTube, we got a lot of people. We got a few people watching on YouTube today. Hit the like button. That really helps the channel grow. Keep sharing this video out. If you're new to the channel, do hit that follow button right at the bottom. We are so close to 3,000 on Rumble as Rumble gets bigger and badder every single day. They're working out so many of their kinks over there on Rumble. Let's see who's in the chat. Matthias is here. Tat Brat, what's going on? Jackie's here. What's going on, everybody? Barry, as always, what's happening in that chat? Let's jump into the other one. Don, I've got plans for the buses. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Don't worry at all. Yeah, Rachel's Red Pill. Please do hit me up. Oh. Let's see. Let me know about Connecticut. I may be able to put you in touch with some people over there. I will email you in just a little bit right after the show. But apparently Kathy Hochul hates immigrants, and because of that, she's sending them to Riverhead. As one of them, the Riverhead supervisor, Yvette Aguilar, has called a state of emergency, which doesn't really do anything. Actually doesn't do anything at all. It's simply for optics. But the town of Riverhead has become the first in Long Island to declare a state of emergency regarding asylum seekers. They're not asylum seekers. They're illegal immigrants. Robert Brodsky from Newsday, blocking hotels and facilities from accepting New York City migrants. They're not migrants. They're illegal immigrants, joining nearly a dozen counties statewide. You damn right. The executive order signed Tuesday by Supervisor Aguilar contends that the influx of asylum seekers, they're not asylum seekers, they're illegal immigrants, would overwhelm the schools and stretch the town resources. Because it's important to understand that if your town takes in some of these immigrants, the kids of these immigrants are automatically enrolled in your schools. automatically enrolled in your schools. They start the next day. Who's paying for that? You are. That's who's paying for that. And I want to be clear about this. I am so proud. These parents in Brooklyn who have said, not in my house. Not in my house. Brooklyn, what up? Parents plan to protest the house to house asylum seekers in gymnasiums in Brooklyn schools. Wait a minute. Brooklyn, you voted for this. You wanted it. You know, I know you wanted it because only 32% of you came out and voted for Lee Zeldin. Emotions are running high at some New York City public schools where parents are protesting the city's plans to house asylum seekers. They're illegal immigrants, not asylum seekers. Some parents started gathering at PS 172 in Sunset Park, Brooklyn, with signs and banners as early as 3 o'clock in the morning. Giddy up. They're calling on the mayor to protect our kids and find another resolution from Williamsburg. The Williamsburg. Oh, wait. You mean Williamsburg? The liberal sanctuary city? The place where nobody bathes and they bitch about rent? But they'll spend $17 on avocado toast? That place? The place where all the artsy people live. You know, the people that used to work for Vice News before they destroyed that company. The people who now will start drinking, who are now mad at Bud Light because they haven't gone trans enough. Those people, they're, right. See, that's the beauty of being a Democrat. That's why it's so appealing to be a Democrat. Because you never have to face the end result of the policies in which you vote for. That's it. And once it comes into your backyard, Democrats, you got nothing to say. Oh, no. I think we welcome asylum seekers, and we say no to hate. Until it comes to your backyard. You remember what happened when they sent illegal immigrants to Martha's Vineyard, and they called in the military to get them out? These people are shameless. This is the part of the show that you need to show everybody, all your friends. So from Williamsburg to Sunset Park, parents, children, and community leaders are making it clear that they do not want asylum seekers. They're not asylum seekers, they're illegal immigrants inside of their school buildings. Quote, we have a crisis that has been brought to our country, our state, and our city, and now to our schools. How soon until it comes to our homes? These children deserve better. Community advocate says it's inhumane. It's not good living conditions for them either. They need to be properly placed for the safety of our children. Valerie Caraballo says, well, Valerie, how many of them will you take in? Considering I'm sure you voted for this. The city said it's opened more than 150 emergency shelters and 8 large-scale humanitarian relief centers to serve more than 65,000 asylum seekers. They're not asylum seekers, they're illegal immigrants, and continue to look for additional spaces. Well, where else would they be putting them? Where else would Kathy Hochul want to be putting them? It turns out that Kathy Hochul, as we know full well, Kathy Hochul hates you, hates anyone who doesn't vote for her. So where is she going to put them? Oh, right. Oh, she's going to put them in SUNY schools. Governor Hochul considers potentially using SUNY campuses to house asylum seekers. Oh, really? So if your kid goes to Cortland, if your kid goes to Ithaca or Geneseo, it turns out they're going to have a gaggle of military-aged men roaming around their college campuses. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? But that is the beauty of being a Democrat. You never have to live with the policies in which you put forth. You never have to live with them at all. Let me pull up a quote from Governor Eyebrows in the Wrong Place that she said the other day that was just genuinely shocking to me, that she thinks she can get away with saying some of this crap. Even in Republican counties and upstate New York and Long Island, they will embrace the opportunity to take these individuals who are here legally seeking asylum if they can work, Help us solve this problem. Give us the money. Hey, Kathy, even Republican counties and upstate and Long Island say they will embrace. No, we don't. No, we don't. And I want to be clear, they want to put... This just shows you how out of touch this woman is with reality. They want to put them at the Kings Park Psych Center. Have any of you been there? It is run down, filled with asbestos, doesn't have any indoor plumbing. The windows are broken. There's like predators, like foxes and coyotes that roam around up there. So they want to house hundreds, thousands, who the hell knows how many illegal immigrants in a rundown psychiatric facility. A place where they cannot live, cannot bathe, cannot use the bathroom. Here's what they're going to do if they put them there. They're going to put up a giant circus tent. And underneath it, they will put military-style bunk beds. Hundreds, maybe thousands. Who the hell knows? All I'll tell you is this. And I don't really care who knows it. I don't care who hears it. If Governor Hochul's got a problem, she can stay back up in Buffalo. If they do that, I'm going to bust them out to the Hamptons and Sag Harbor. Billy Joel just sold his $49 million house. Why don't they live there? There's no one there. Plenty of open space. He can sing him a song, Piano Man. Right, because guess what? Long Island's favorite son, the Prince of Long Island, Billy Joel, you know what he did? He sold his mansion in Sag Harbor, and where did he move to? Where did he move to, you guys think? I'll give you a hint. His son's godfather is Andrew Cuomo. So obviously he's a Democrat. So where did rich New Yorkers go now that crime is out of control, taxes are out of control, our streets are not safe, gang members roam all over the place? Where do rich New Yorkers go? That's right. They went to Florida. Right. Oh, yeah, the evil man, Ron DeSantis. Don't say gay bill. Yep, they're all running free. Yep, sing that song, Piano Man. It turns out Billy Joel has actually seen the lights go out on Broadway. But, guys, we are pulling up on it 9 o'clock. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys back at 1 p.m. on LFA TV. That's rumble.com/LFA TV. On your way out the door, everybody, if you don't mind, please do hit that like button on Rumble. If you're watching on Facebook, hit the like button. Keep sharing this video out all over the place so everyone can know what sort of hacks we have to deal with here in New York. Guys, we will never stop the fight, okay? School board elections just ended, but local elections are coming, okay? County legislatures are up. A lot of town boards are up. It's time to get involved. And if you want to get involved, shoot me a message. But don't do it unless you're 100% in. If you want to be a lion, you got to be willing to hunt. Guys, I will see you back at 1 o'clock. Head on over to loudmajorityusa.com. Sign up for the newsletter. Check out the shop. I'll be at the Wisconsin Street Fair this Saturday, this Sunday, the 21st. Come on down. Say hello. Hang out. It'll be a good time up on Terry Road. Once again, I'll be at the Wisconsin Street Fair on Sunday. Guys, until then, upstate lost electricity. Oh, well, I hope you guys are all right. Also, Red Pill, Rachel, do send me a message, please, on Facebook or email, whatever. Guys, on your way out the door, hit that like button. Keep sharing the video out. Invite your friends to like the page. We are closing in on 40,000 on Facebook, and I don't like unround numbers. So please, please, please send this out to everybody. Thank you all so much, and I will see you back at 1 p.m. rumble.com/LFATV. Until then, everybody, stay loud.